Hey people, I'm here. I'm not sure for how long. The music in the background is why. So today started off as a celebration, somewhat. It's George Harrison's birthday. He's my favorite Beatle. I caught your request, Garrett, but I but I don't like requests, number one. And number two, my Beatles stuff is all over the place, okay? So I'm not going to spend the time gathering it. Do I seem like a dick? Maybe I am, but I'm honest, okay? It's like I respond to requests when they resonate, and most of the time they don't. So anyway, I'm slowly digging out. I haven't been out of the house for 2 days because of the snow. I dug some more today. Could I get out of the house today? No. Could I drive? No. So I'm going to do some more digging tomorrow. I've had some folks offer to help, but man, it's been a long time since we've had a blizzard and there's a lot of snow. Anyway, just caught the news, and the reason why I catch stuff so quickly is because I am obsessed with music and the world of music, okay? Renee asked me how much time I spend listening to music. Notice how I just keep stacking. I'm going to talk about Mark Hollis in a minute. He died today. But between doing house chores, working on my own music, taking care of business, music is just a very important part of what I do. There is silence. I do have moments of silence daily. I'm not the sort of person who is uncomfortable if there isn't music playing. No, it's not a crutch like that. I wouldn't enjoy it as much if it were. But music is a big part of what I do. So I do have a lot of music throughout the day. So part of what I do when I'm listening or when I'm not working is I check in on the music news daily. It's as well as looking at what is called the news. It's part of my habits. And Mark Hollis, who started the band Talk Talk, he's only 64, I'll be 64 in a few months, has died. Now, it's still at the point where some people are saying, is this fake news? But the tweet is from a family member of Mark Hollis. Another of the first tweets was from Matt Johnson of the. Matt Johnson is someone who musically and for other reasons I respect. So I don't think he would post something like that online offhandedly. Since those first two posts, now it's becoming more public. The New Music Express has reported that he has reportedly died. There's no official announcement yet. We don't know why he died. But what I want to tell you is that Mark Hollis was one of those artists that I highly respect and was the kind of artist that I laud. All you got to do is, now, he had some big hits. It's My Life and some other stuff, Such a Shame. But if you listen to his voice, but also if you watch him in performance, whatever is going on inside of him, he has given you everything in his performance. And that is something that I deeply respect, even when I don't like the music. But Mark Hollis hit a home run. That man's music is fantastic. Now, honestly, though, even though I've said that, I must admit to you that this is what's left, because recently, when I did some purging, I sold The Color of Spring, which people babble on and on about. And I see what they mean, but this is the one. This Mark Hollis solo album. This is, if you need to hear anything by Mark Hollis, it's this solo album. It's just called Mark Hollis. Reportedly, it was recorded with one microphone in the room. Could have been, maybe not. I don't know. But what it does is it sounds so intimate. Don't even know what he's singing about still after all these years. And I've listened to this a lot. It's beside the point. It's the sound and the reverberation of what he's doing that connects deeply. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark's feeling after making this album is, oh, I'm done. I've said what I need to say. I'm done. I think that's what happened. He made his masterwork and he's done. He definitely wasn't into being in the music industry. I've seen some interviews with him, and I like that about him. He was wise. It was like, you people don't fool me, you fake motherfuckers. The only other thing I have by Talk that I know of on hand. No, I have some more. Okay, see? Okay. But I have this. I was never able to complete this from Laughing Stock. 3 CD singles in a limited edition box. I came across this on a sale and then tried to find the other discs, never have been able to. But their music is beautifully deep, quiet. Well, you know what I'm not. Amazing band, amazing. Sorry to lose Mark Hollis today. Not exactly the kind of news I wanted to hear today. I started my day with George Harrison, so Garrett, here is some George Harrison. I got Beatles all over the house, so that's just, sorry, you know. Electronic sound, and I like this album. My understanding is that what it mainly is the sound of Paul Beaver or Bernie Krause, one of those guys who are pioneers of the synthesizer. It's the sound of him setting the thing up and showing it to George Harrison, basically in the studio. That's how this has been described. Actually, I enjoyed listening to about most of side 2 of this today. Did I pull another to show? I did not. George Harrison was a role model for me as a kid. Here's the thing I want to tell you that I think about George Harrison. He was the youngest Beatle, and the thing I could tell about George was that he was all about the music. Of course, he liked girls, but he was the music master in that band, and he was also the guy who wasn't interested in a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For example, I was reading online some stuff about, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories, Fuck, that's crazy. But there's a picture of the Beatles early on with Jimmy Savile. Now, you all know about him in England, okay? The pedophile who was part of one of the music shows, famous music shows. The picture, look this picture up of the Beatles. Look at George Harrison's body language. He's as far away from that creepy motherfucker as he can get. Plus, look at Jimmy Savile. And are you blind to how evil and nasty that motherfucker looks right in the picture? And almost every other picture you see of him? I myself, see, here I go. It's my nature to see these things. I see what's there. I'm so blown away how people do not see how much of a doofus and how insecure and how stupid and how babyish, no matter how presidential he tries to look, Donald Trump always looks like an idiot to me. Always. He cannot fool me. He's not the only one. All kinds of people. Mitch McConnell, that man looks like he crawled out from under a rock. Something's wrong with his soul. Okay? So, rest in peace, Mark Hollis. Blessed are the music makers, the artists, and the writers. The people who bring depth and character and to life. Because the politicians are just stealing it and robbing it. They're not up to no good, and I'm going to say it every fucking time. Turn on the news and listen to what kind of bullshit they're stewing now. That travesty, that disaster down in Venezuela, America just after the oil, fucking the people over. It's horrible. It never stops. And the stuff in Europe and down in South America, you horrible fucking leaders, you horrible fucking politicians. Fuck all of you. Somebody get those people to see this video. Tell them to just fuck off for everyone. Notice how that comes out when I got all this other stuff on my mind? It's because I'm living in this sick world, okay? Mark Hollis, thank you for doing this music and bringing some peace to my soul. If you haven't heard this record, fix that right now.